Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. As governor, I take all of the appointments seriously. They're important positions to contribute to the state of Arkansas, but I don't believe there's a more important appointment I make than to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. It is part of the lifeblood of Arkansas, part of our culture, part of our heritage, and certainly a huge part of our economy. And so it's come my turn to make my second appointment to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. I am delighted to be joined by Director Jeff Cook. Thank you, Jeff Crow. This is his, second day on the office?
Third day.
Director Jeff Crow, thank you for being here, as well as the commissioners. We have some former commissioners in the room as well. And once you're on the Game and Fish Commission, George, you're always part of that team, and so thank you for joining us today. I am delighted to announce the appointment of Bob Martin as the next member of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. And let me tell you a little bit about Bob Martin. He is a graduate of Little Rock Central High School. He started his career at Walmart. He grew in the Walmart field from up to the Chief Information Officer for Walmart. He moved into the International Division. He was Vice President of the International Division of Walmart, led that successfully for many years. He left the retail business, at least from terms of Walmart and full-time employment there. And then he has served on the board of Dillard's. He served on the board, continues to serve on the board of Gap. And so he is known internationally in the retail business. But I know him as a dear friend for over 10 years. He and his wife and family. I've known him as an avid hunter. And as I interviewed him, it was quick to understand his passion for the outdoor life in Arkansas, the work of the Game and Fish Commission. He has served as chairman of the Game and Fish Foundation, which is the fundraising arm that supports the work of the commission. He understands the importance of it to our history and culture. He told me the first time he hunted was with his dad, and he understands the importance of public access hunting and fishing. And that is an important criteria, in my judgment, for any Game and Fish Commissioner, is the public access ability and importance of that to Arkansas. And so he's has hunted the Bayou Meadow area, public access. He also understands the science and how decisions of game and fish should be data-driven and science-driven. And that is an important aspect, particularly in this day and time when the director and the other commissioners face the challenge with chronic wasting disease. They have a huge responsibility to manage our wildlife in this state and our natural resources in a way that preserves it for the next generation, and Bob Martin understands that. He is someone that is passionate about this. He has the time to devote to it. He's committed to it. And so, Bob, I'm delighted for you to be my next appointment to the Game and Fish Commission, and please welcome Bob Martin.
Thank you, Governor, and obviously anybody that's ever stood here before, George, you and others, it is a pretty humbling appointment, and Governor, I definitely understand and respect the privilege and the responsibility that comes with it, along with it. The governor was not bashful in the first meeting also to make sure I understood the demands of the work, which I do. But in all honesty, it is a little bit of, for me, and like others, I'm sure, a labor of love, because it is centered to a passion that I have, for hunting, fishing, certainly conservation, and the preservation, again, of what we all respect and treasure, particularly here in the natural state, and to see that to be available as a choice for the young people of today and really for generations to come. So I know it's tireless work, and I look forward to the opportunity to come alongside the current commissioners. And I'd say a big thank you to them, the welcoming hand that was set out to me yesterday with the calls that I got meant a great deal to me. Chairman Brown was not bashful as well to very quickly tell me to don't let any grass grow under my feet and to jump in very quickly. But I would say to you, I know I'm new, and I have a great deal to learn, to come up to speed, and to come alongside this group. The first congratulatory call I got, though, was yesterday morning early from Director Crow. And Jeff, you know, when you and I visited, that meant a lot to me, because I, like all of you, have had really a long-standing respect for the Game and Fish Commission. And, you know, if you live in this state and you really appreciate what we enjoy and the resources that we have, it's not by accident that we do have the public lands that so many states would be, you know, very jealous. In fact, they are jealous probably of having. And, of course, all that we enjoy through fisheries and so forth, and the quality of it through, again, the competent and sure hands of the commission, its biologists, its staff, and so forth. So for me, that means a lot. And Jeff, probably most importantly, I'm looking forward to the start of being able to sit down with your team and do a lot of listening again. And Fred, you're just going to have to give me time to do that, because I do want to be able to listen and learn and come up to speed. I've watched a lot from afar, and again, been a beneficiary of all the hard work that's been done. And again, I look forward to being hopefully a positive contributor. So, Governor, my pledge, as I made to you, and I really make to all the people of Arkansas, certainly the commission, the commissioners I'll serve with, is I understand the guiding principles of doing the right thing for the resource, doing the right thing for the people of Arkansas, and not ever compromising that. So I hope I'll always be found as a partner with the other commissioners, as someone that stands in diligence and would be diligent in the work, and always making good, sound decisions from sound facts and good science. That's how we've got where we are today, and I'm looking forward to doing my part to try and help that be preserved over the next 7 years. So thank you all very, very much, and Governor, especially for your confidence. Thank you.
Governor, on behalf of the agency, you're over there, I'm sorry. Snuck around. Thank you for letting us be a part of this occasion. Thank you for the consideration and the deliberation and the diligence that you put into this appointment. It's very important to us, and we appreciate, we know you have a lot of very important decisions you have to make every day, and we certainly appreciate the seriousness that you view this position as too. I would like to congratulate Commissioner Martin, be the first to call you Commissioner Martin, and welcome you to the Game and Fish family. Margie, it's so good to have you as a part of that family. When I say family, we truly are a family. We have potlucks, birthday parties, we show pictures of grandchildren, and you know, we laugh together, we cry together, and it's truly a family, our commissioners and our staff. And I'm so excited to welcome you into that family. I'd like to introduce our commission chairman, Fred Brown from Corning, Commissioner Joe Morgan from Little Rock. I have Vice Chairman, Commissioner Steve Cook from Malvern, and we have Commissioner Andrew Parker from Little Rock, and they're here with us. And I also, and if I missed a former commissioner, I apologize. I know we have former Commissioner George Dunklin and former Commissioner Whit Stevens with us here today. We appreciate you being here as well. And I'd also like to recognize, I think, the most precious resource that we have, the Game and Fish Commission, and that's our staff, and many of them are represented here today. And I know that they're excited. Each year we get to do this, and it's kind of like Christmas morning for us sometimes. And so we really appreciate the occasion to be here. I didn't know a lot about Bobby Martin, but Keith Stevens, our Chief of Communications, shared an article that was written about him. It's called Leaving a Legacy. And I wanted to share just a short excerpt that's, and that was an aptly titled article, but Bobby made the statement when he talked about leaving a legacy. The thought of legacy in our mind really turns to what our children and grandchildren are doing in the legacy they will make. Seeing them be givers, not takers, and the impact they may have in the lives of others at home and around the world makes this an exciting time of life. I can tell you as a new commissioner, that's very encouraging, or as a new director, that's very encouraging for me to hear that from a commissioner, because that goes to, in my mind, to the heart of stewardship. And understanding that the things that we do will resonate for generations to come, and the actions that take place in this organization are very important for the future of conservation. And it tells me that that guiding principle exists in Bobby, as well as the commissioners that have served before and those that are serving now. They understand that it's more than just about the here and now, but it's about the future. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to work toward a better natural resource. I'd say, Margaret Thatcher once said that leadership's planting a tree under whose shade you will never sit. That's a noble calling that each of these individuals that have served on this commission have embraced, and I applaud you for taking that mantle. I look forward for the opportunity to work with you and for the betterment of our natural resources and the citizens and visitors of our state. Congratulations.
Be happy to take any questions.
How many people sought the appointment, and what do you get more people interested in, game and fish or highway commission appointments?
Well, I would say that there's well over 20 people that sought this appointment. And in terms of this one or Highway Commission, I'm not going to compare the two. I would probably say, well, I'll leave it there. Because if I say this is more, then more of them will apply on the other one. So highly sought after, but you know, I mean, highways are important in Arkansas. Game and fish is part of our DNA, and this is part of Arkansas, and that's why this is just so critically important. And it's a small commission. I don't get to make that many appointments until after I get reelected. But these, I take them very seriously. They're highly sought after. But Bob Martin, with his history, with his devotion, with his understanding of it, to me is the right appointment.
So the Game and Fish Commission is more important than the Highway Commission? You say it's the most important, or when you have the Highway Commission appointment, you'll say it's the most important commission?
You know, you have to listen to the language very carefully when I use it. And I said there's not a more important appointment than Game and Fish Commission. That doesn't mean that there's some that I could say that about other appointments. There's not a more important commission. I learned that in Congress. Someone said, I don't have a better friend in Congress than.
Mr. Martin, have you thought about chronic wasting disease and what you're going to, how you'd like to address it?
You know, again, first thing I'd say to you is I've got a chance to now listen up close to really to the biologists, to the staff from afar, like everybody else. I mean, I've watched it, and you know, candidly, I'm pretty impressed with the fact that you know, we're not the only state, but where we've landed is obviously a very measured response and so forth. So I'm very eager for myself to really be able to come alongside and now learn, but way too new for me to be able to really comment.
All right, thank you all very much for being here today.